Uncle Jerry. It's Uncle Jerry. What it do, what it do, worldwide crew. You know it ain't what you say, it's what you do. It's what you do. In the 330, you gotta get it. Get up and be productive. Let's go, Ohio! It's an Uncle Jerry podcast.
What it do, worldwide crew? It is not what you say, it is what you do. It's your boy Uncle Jerry with another episode of Uncle Jerry Live, y'all. Hey, first off, I want to thank everybody for tapping in with your boy. Remember to follow your boy Uncle Jerry 330 on all platforms. That's X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You know, we're going live on all platforms right now. I feel great. Remember, if you're on TikTok, tap the screen. If you're on Facebook, man, like and share the live. If you're on YouTube, become a subscriber to your boy, Uncle Jerry. Yo, how y'all feeling today, man? I'm feeling vainglorious. I'm feeling awesome, man. I'm glad for everybody to tap in. I ain't gonna hold y'all that long. I have so much going on this week, and I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you're moving into your green light chakra. I hope you're being productive. Hope you're being positive. Hope all those things are doing, and they're all coming together great for you. And I hope that you continue to keep that power going. I do this live, y'all. See, it's a difference when you're recording and you're going live. You got to have that savoir-faire to be able to get on this bad boy and go live and reach the people and give them something they never heard before, make them feel good. I know it's Wednesday night, you know, and I want everybody to tap in with your boy. Like I said, tap in with your boy, Uncle Jerry. I said, but first things first, man, my heart goes out to the Otis family. We lost a goddess, y'all. And I know Boo Man, he lost his mother. We're losing our goddesses. But Sharice Otis, man, passed away from an act of senseless violence, y'all. I mean, my heart goes out to the Otis family. They're near and dear to my heart. We all grew up in the projects together. And to the Otis family, my heart goes out to you. And I hope they find out who did this senseless act of murder to kill this guy. She was a great person, a lovely spirit, man. And this has to stop, y'all. I mean, it's a lot of hellish beings on this earth, and we got to stop. We can't keep making excuses for what's going on in this violence. Cat and PD, y'all got to get on this one. You hear me? You got to get on this one, man. We got to find out who had that evil, that hellish being mentality to take this woman's life, y'all. They were part of our family in the project. We all grew up project kids, man. It hurts me. My heart goes out again to her family. Her brother Ty, I call him Tayo, he taught me how to ride a bike. That's how tight-knit we was in the project. I didn't have a bike. I wanted to learn how to ride a bike, and my boy Ty had a cold bike with the eagle on the frame, and he took his time out to teach me how to ride that bike, man. It's the little things I will never forget in my life growing up as a project kid. But more importantly, man, my heart goes out to the Otis family. We got to solve this one, y'all. That's an act of senseless violence that makes no sense, man. There's so many hellish beings on earth, and they're going young brothers killing and taking each other's lives. We can't keep making excuses and not finding out what really went on. So I'm telling you, the city, let's do a cry out to the Canton PD Detective Department. We're going to find out who took that girl's life. And brother, if you out there, I'm not, whoever it is, you ain't got long to run around here. They're going to find you, and justice will prevail for the Otis family. Again, my heart goes out to Sharice Otis, her sister Crystal. They were twins. I'm a twin, so it hurts me. And I know how it feels to lose a twin. I do. When you lose, it feels like a part of your body is gone. It doesn't make no sense, y'all. When will this violence stop? It has to stop, y'all. We have to put let our voices be heard, go out in the community, put pressure on the police department, find out what's going on, and I'm gonna manifest it right now. They're gonna find you. They're gonna find you. And I know there's no belief. I know that justice will prevail, man. Again, a senseless life has been lost. We lost another goddess today due to an act of senseless violence. And again, shout out to my boy Boo, man. He lost his mother too. And our heart goes out to everybody who loses a loved one. It's not a great feeling to lose someone you love. It isn't. But I know for a fact, not only is Boo Man's mom in a great place, I know Sharice's in a better place, and she don't have to live and suffer no more. And we got to stop this senseless violence. It is making no sense at all, y'all. And Camp PD, it's time for y'all to do detectives. Y'all got to get on this one. She lost her life, man, wrapped it in spongy straps and right by Hartford School. Come on. This is making no sense at all. So I had to take that second to really, before I get into it, you know I love to keep my show upbeat, going live. But I had to take a second, man. You know, we have to stop this violence. I'm serious, y'all. We got to come together as a community and really do what we can to stop this violence, man. I can't, my heart goes out to the oldest family. Again, Ty was my friend. Their family was like our family, and everybody who grew up in the projects can understand how close-knit we were growing up. And that, when I heard the news, I just couldn't even have words. I instantly went to my boy Tayo. I said, man, my heart goes out to you. But I didn't know what happened. When I found out a sucker, a hellish being, took it upon him or herself or whoself to take this woman's life. She didn't deserve that, y'all. She did not deserve that. So I'm going to say, Uncle Jerry, Canton PD, we got to do something about this. We must figure out who took this woman's life. And when they catch you, I hope they give it all to you, man, because that was wrong. There was no reason to take that woman's life, y'all. And again, I had to start the show on something real. Energy is always important for me, but at this point, my heart really went out to the family when I heard that. It just hurt me so much, man. This Uncle Jerry Live, y'all. Let's get moving forward. How's everybody feeling, man? It's been a great week for me. I've had an awesome week. There's a lot of transitions going on in my life. And when you're elevating with positivity and you're moving the way you're supposed to move, when you're in the cradle of your ancestors, great things will happen for you. Sometimes you got to let things develop, man. When you're in the cradle, things happen great. Like had a chance to really sit down. And sometimes in life, I pour so much into my daughter. Shout out to my daughter, Allison. She's doing great. I'm so proud of her. She made her decision what college she's going to. She got a scholarship. So I'm so happy that she chose the college that her dad went to. I couldn't believe it. So many schools wanted her all over the country. She worked hard, got her grades right, everything in the community. And she said, Dad, I'm picking this school because I want to follow in your legacy. And you guys don't understand how that touched me. You know, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I know my daughter's cup of tea. And when she told me that, it made me feel great. Friday's a big day. She's going to sign her letter of intent. She's going on, moving on, and I'm proud of the woman she's become. She's stepping out, guys. Sometimes you got to let them go. We can't hold them. We can't keep them forever. We got to let our children grow. We can't always be over them and expect them to protect us and give us company and all that. We have to let our children go. And I'm so glad with my sister Sherry and everybody give me the power. Hey, let her go. You did the right thing. You showed her what it takes. You were a great father. Now, sometimes we don't give ourselves credit on the work we have to do for our children, especially being a single father, raising my daughter. Mother's not around, you know. She could have made a whole bunch of excuses as to why she could not succeed. But she said, Dad, I'm not going to use that. Mental health's not going to stop me. And I'm so proud of my baby. She's moving forward. And all the kids. I know parents are proud of all their children that are going to the next level. Getting out of Canton. Get out of here. You know, all our kids are getting stuck here. They're in gangs and then they're doing hellish things. And I'm so glad that me being the cradle of my ancestors as my daughter in the cradle, and she's going to take her chance and do. I know I did. I said, baby, make good choices. And so far, she's doing an awesome job, and I know the best is yet to come for her. And shout out to all the kids who are going to continue their education. Uh, it went so fast, y'all, I didn't see it coming. I can remember this girl playing in slime at 5, 6 years old, and to see her 18, a beautiful woman, it's like, wow. I look at myself, I said, Jerry, not bad. And when other people see it, it makes you feel even prouder. It makes you feel great to know that you did it, regardless of the odds, regardless of the support. I just did it. You know what I mean? And not me, she did it. Like I said, she could have made a million excuses to not proceed. But my baby do it. Allison, I love you. The best yet to come for you. And shout out to all the seniors who getting up out of here, going to college, learning new things. And college was a great experience for me. I didn't want to. I'm so glad I went to college. Wasn't the type of parent to say, "Stay home, brother. It's debt. It's pulling you down." When we don't allow our kids to grow, we leave them to the streets. We leave them to make bad choices in their life. And then next, you know, they're stalemated. I never wanted my children to live the life I live. Always wanted my children to see me and know they can be better than me. I know a lot of parents feel the same way I feel, that we want our kids to be better than us. So all the parents are proud. If your kids are going to college, they got athletic scholarships, academic scholarships, or they're simply getting the hell out of here. Congratulations to y'all. It's been great. It's been so great. I love it. Like I said, Uncle Jerry Live, y'all. It's basketball season. Play, y'all watched Melo last night? Hey, Melo Ball, this is the most exciting time to watch some good basketball. You want to watch some good basketball? It's coming up right now, y'all. Our Cavs in the playoffs. They're playing Toronto. Shout out to Spider Miller, Mobley, and them boys. They're going to come out. And I feel something real. I don't know about y'all, but I feel something real spectacular about to go on with these Cavs. I really do. I mean, they have their team is together. They don't play no games. I feel something really good is going to happen in Cleveland for the Cavs. And hey, let's keep our fingers crossed, but let's support them. Let's keep it going, and let's go Cavs. How are y'all feeling today? Like I said, it's been a great week for me because I was able to get some strength from some brothers, some positive brothers in my life. I mean, I got so much feminine energy around me, and I pour into people, but it feels good to get poured into. And people know they are, who sat down and talked to me, give me words of encouragement. Because, you know, it's people that claim they love you and won't even encourage you at all. It's people that are so ungrateful. You can do something for somebody, and they'll say what they did for you, but they never appreciate what you've done for them. And the pouring into is important, especially amongst brothers, because a lot of people say, don't tap into your feminine. Don't say your feelings. That's feminine. No. The men are stepping up, and we are telling them how we feel. And brothers, don't let nobody tell you your feelings is feminine. You do what you're. That's important, because when we didn't do that, that's when the violence happened. That's when cats were losing their lives and going crazy. I think it's a new growth for the man to be able to express how they feel, to tap into your feminine side. And ain't no zest in tapping into your feminine side. Don't let nobody tell you that. If anybody can tell you that your feelings are feminine or not valid, hey, reevaluate some things, but don't let them stop you. Like I said, it's people that claim they love me and never encourage me. I've done things with people they never was appreciative for, but don't stop. Keep on doing what you do. You know, don't let nobody deter your growth. Stay in your cradle and do what you do. Again, I was there to talk to my boy Marty Bones, and me and Marty Bones, we build strength with each other. Shout out to my boy Marty Bones and Bearded Business, the Double B, where a haircut is everything. And it just feels good to sit down and talk to somebody and encourage each other and know what each other's going through. And we are similar. We both are fathers. We both raising our daughters, so we have a lot of similar interests. Marty's a very talented guy. And if you ain't got no cut, you ain't got no Marty cut, you better get right. Shops open, slots open, my boy Double B, the Bearded Business. So I sat down with old OG Chief. I sat down with the Chief like last week, and I sat down with this man, and we sat down, we build, and be able to sit with this man and hear life. This man's old. He don't even look his age. Up in years, he experienced life, retired, raised his family, still with his wife at 60 years, His family's beautiful, and we sat and we talked. And I was able to get some real game, some enlightenment, some encouragement, some big chief power from my boy Big Chief. And he had his cane, and this man has so many type of canes, and he carves them, and he takes his time, he lacquers them, and he got different type of, not none of them old crunchy man. I'm talking about a chief on the land cane, where I'm gonna get me one. When I walk these miles, I'm gonna take that cane, I'm gonna hit them miles and make you feel good. When I talk to him, I can get an indigenous feel, like I'm sitting with an old chief in a teepee, getting that game and getting that knowledge. And it was awesome. He sat, we talked about his life, and I learned so much from it. And there's nothing wrong with getting that knowledge and that strength when you need it. And it built me up, made me tougher, made me stronger, made me feel like, you know what, that's what I want to strive for. I want to strive to be that chief. Sometimes in life, there's going to be storytellers, and it's going to be the story. Your boy Uncle Jerry wants to be the story. If you want to be the story, ain't nothing wrong with it. Get that wise knowledge. Don't be afraid to sit down with an OG and talk to them. Understand how their life went. Understand what it took for them to be married so long. What love really is and what it looks like, and loyalty and respect it, and growing old with somebody. We all strive to grow old with that person we love. Nobody want to die lonely out here. I know I don't. So like I said, shout out that OG Chief. I'm going to get me a cane. I'm going to walk the miles, because y'all know I'm like the Black Indiana Jones. Michigan Johnson. Bum, 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 bum. Michigan Johnson. That's what. That's your boy. They ain't doing it like this, bro. They're not doing it like this. This is live. It takes a certain power, a certain savoir-faire. You go on this microphone and kick it off live. This ain't no postcast. A lot of cats is making whole posts and turn them into postcast. Everybody with that see more button, everybody ain't reading like that. If you want to be impactful, let them see your face. Let them hear your voice. Let them feel your power. Everybody can talk, but what about your power? Can they see what you got? How can you inspire people? You know what I'm saying? Postcasts. I ain't never heard that. Everybody dropping these postcasts. Cut it out, man. If you're that cold, let me see what you got. Now, because I'm always bringing. I've been bringing it since bringing was brought to bringing it. What it do, worldwide crew. It is not what you say. It is what you do, y'all. At the end of the day, that's my slogan. I live by it. I thrive by it. And it feels great. I said, now, moving forward, like I said, it's been a great week for your boy. Right? A lot of transitions. Great things happening for your boy. Right? So, funny story, like a couple weeks ago, I'm moving into a new venture in my life, a new career. And there's nothing wrong with starting a new career. You never know what you expect when you just follow the path, right? So, long story short, I'm downtown Canton now. What? So I'm downtown Canton with the corporate. I'm feeling all corporate-y, right? Boss said, let's go to lunch, Jerry. So let's walk downtown Canton. Let's go to lunch. Really? I'm feeling all corporate. Okay, let's go to lunch. So we hit Basil. Shout out to Basil. Great Chinese food. Get some great Chinese food. We sit down. We talk. We talk about big things, big projects going on around the city. I'm going to be around doing great things and building the infrastructure of our city. It feels good to be a part of that and tapping into something new in my life. I did construction for over 20 years. Now it's a level in my life where I'm really be able to use my neck up. For so many years I worked from the neck down, so now I can work from the neck up. And it feels pretty good to be, it feels good to be acknowledged for the skills you do. It feels good for someone to see something in you that other people didn't. A lot of these companies just want to use you, but how are you being used? So it feels good to be actually challenging myself, learning more things and doing more things. So it feels good. So back to my story, right? So we go to lunch, come back, walking down. This is my city, walking through downtown. And I see Brianna Gray. Shout out to my girl, Brianna Gray. Y'all know why I'm saying shout out to Brianna Gray? She said, hey, Jerry. I said, what's up, girl? I give her a hug, right? They watching like, oh, shit, okay, this guy got a little flavor flair. She gave me a hug. And I said, they looking like, hey, we must got us a celebrity. I said, I'm Uncle Jerry, baby. They didn't know that. But Brianna know who her brother was. And I gave her a hug. I said, hey, Brianna, tell them this is my city. He said, this is city, y'all. Shout out to my girl, Brianna Gray, for letting them know what it really is going down. Shout out to you, girl. Thank you. You gave me so much confidence and boost. So now they know. this is my city, and I'm able to do things in my city. It felt great. Thank you, CR, for letting me know who a brother really is out here in this city who's been doing it since day one. So I say it's great, feels great. Transition is good. Change is good. Don't never be afraid to change. Always feel like you can always move forward in anything you do. Keep a positive attitude. Keep that smile and everything. Smile's power. Smile knock people out. Check it out. So like I said, Uncle Dre Live. Recently, just was Easter just passed, and I know everybody came out. City came out. I went out to a few places down out, and it was great to be out, seeing everybody in the city doing their thing. And it took me back to as a child at Easter time, right? Growing up in the projects, right? So Easter was big at our crib in the project. And I'm not lying. I went to church like for the girls and for the pastors, because the pastors would get down. The pastors was the rappers back in the day to me. And all the girls smelled like, you suffrate your hair. That a suffrate going all. So that was like beautiful to go, especially on Easter, because you had the Easter suit, you had the Easter speech. My mom gave me some drip. So I go to church, and I'm going to tell you about church for me. I was like, you know, you get kind of forced to go to church. But Easter was my thing. And back to church. Only time when my mom gave me that $1, don't give me no $1. I'm not putting all that in the offering plate. I'm going to Terry's store. Give me some lemon heads. Get me some Alexander grapes, a couple Chico sticks, a bag of Snyder chips, and Sherry. What you got, Terry? I'm telling Mom you ain't put all that in the offering plate. I'm like, man, break in a piece of Chico stick and be quiet. I always want to try to tell. So I put a little bit in the offering plate, but when she gave me no money, I wasn't going to church. No. Where my $1 at? Where my offering money? Jerry, I spend your money at Terry's store. I'll leave early. Go to Terry, like I said, go to church. I give him like a hot quarter. 75 cents was a lot. Terry, you know you buy back in the day at Terry's store was 75 cents? What? You gonna give me $1 a day? I ain't care if it's all changed, brown boys and shiners. I'm going to Terry's first. Then I'm going to church. But funny story when I went to church, especially on Easter, and even before, like, Sunday school was my big thing, because I love Miss Denny. And rest in peace to Miss Denny. She was a beautiful soul. I loved her so much. I would go to Sunday school to see Miss Denny, because I love Miss Denny. And I would sit next to her at church, and Miss Cuts, because Miss Denny had the good gum and the good candy. My mom, I would get a piece of peppermint. It had like Newport dust on it. It smelled like lipstick. But Miss Denny had them good candies. And I sit by her, and when I smelled that sloppy Joe, she go and get your sloppy Joe, baby. I love Miss Denny. She was right there, because she had, like I said, she had the good candy. She had the good peppermint. It was wrapped up good. It wasn't my mom be scraping. As soon as I seen her scraping the bottom of the purse, I'm looking for Miss Denny. I'm about to go sit by Miss Denny, because she got the real peppermint. She got the real gum. And like I said, great experience at Mount Olive. Those are the things I remember about Mount Olive. And more importantly, Easter was cool for me because we got the solid milk chocolate bunnies. Woo! Oh my. When I will stay the Easter program, what? And we getting the solid milk chocolate bunnies. Solid. You know what you can do? You can take that ear, dip it in peanut butter. You have Reese cup. You can melt it down. That bunny lasts you about 3 or 4 days, right? But then they start making hollow ones. I'm like, oh, that's a conspiracy. That's why I knew church wasn't right. Because how you gonna switch from the solid milk chocolate bunnies to the hollow one? A hollow milk is all empty. I didn't even know they even made hollow milk chocolate Easter bunnies. I live for Easter. We get that solid milk chocolate. We kept peanut butter. We had the one that peanut butter. I'm walking the hood. I got Reese cups by the ear. And when they took the solid Easter bunnies out of Easter and start making them hollow, I started feeling a way about church, man. I'm like, man, this is a scam. Y'all can't even get solid chocolate bunnies no more. This ain't cool. But like I said, the city came out great, and it's always good to go out Easter time and wherever you believe in. You know what I mean? This was a great time. I can remember that as a child, Easter with my cowboy hat on, and churches. If y'all gonna do it, man, go back to the solid bunnies for the kids. Because we was poor, project kids, we got to make that last. You know what I mean? So like again, solid chocolate bunnies. And then Black History Month, we got the big ass coloring book. That coloring book was so big, we colored for months. It was Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, the same old people, but it was so big, and my mom kept us, me and Sherry, we had so much time. We colored them books, and we have, man, we was what? Doing our thing back then, y'all. It's time for what's cracking, y'all. So what's been going on in the world, man? Hey, I think Diddy might get out. I think Take That may get out, man. He's been putting the pressure on the lawyers, and he feel like he did his time. He feel like the judge kind of railroaded him, and he got more time than usual. And plus, it's people that have did worse crimes than Diddy ain't even been to trial yet. The Abercrombie and Fitz guys who did all that stuff, that weird stuff they were doing, they ain't been to trial yet. So has Diddy done enough time? He really didn't get convicted on what they try to convict him for. You know, it's pretty much tricking. Don't get me wrong. It's not fair to put your hands on women, right? But at the end of the day, the diddler might get out. And right, hey, if he gets out, hey, he didn't commit no heinous crime. He ain't did that nobody else ain't did. It's brothers and cat that love to put their hands on women and all that. But at the end of the day, it's still wrong. But hey, Dilly might get out. He may get out. Take that, take that, take that. Maybe take back, take that. He may be back, be back. So at the end of the day, let's see. We don't know. You know, he got the money. His lawyers is working hard for him. Diddy's like, I'm still working from jail. He want to get out. Nobody wants to see a man locked up at the end of the day, but hey, Diddy might get out, y'all. Uncle Jerry Lott. Now I heard that Usher and Chris Brown is about to go on tour, y'all. Y'all know that's gonna be one of the most lit tours of the year. You got Chris Brown and light skinned Michael Jackson. You got Usher together. I know all the women right now. So them tickets go on sale. They about to do the afterpay for the tickets. They gonna get their outfits together. They gonna make sure I bet you every show packs out for Usher and Chris Brown. But ladies, be careful. Try to get you a seat kind of back. Y'all know how Usher get down. Usher like to be like, let it burn. You want that juice on you, you know. You don't want no Usher juice on you because you don't know what's going on. Usher might be, you know, he love to be like, it's a feeling ain't the same in your feeling may not be the same in your body if you get some of that sweat on you. Don't just be careful. But at the end of the day, I like Chris Brown. He's a great performer. Usher's good, but I'm saying, ladies, be careful. You don't know. That sweat might get on you. You might not be right. But shout out to Usher and Chris Brown. It's gonna be great. I want to talk about the Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty got gangster word in there and said, "You gonna sign this contract from hell or high water?" Put the strings to his neck and unscrewed his earrings and everything, and really just basically Bogart their way. You gonna sign this deal, buddy? So Gucci was like, I don't read for me. This ain't and rightfully so. This ain't Gucci Mane. This is Gucci Mane. He's a man now. He's a businessman now, and he might have did some shady things with the people he signed. But hey, Pooh Shiesty, you signed the deal. Everybody knows what it is when you get in this game. It's a dog eat dog world game. So you took it upon yourself to strong arm yourself out the deal, and you're locked up. I seen you heard he was crying. You and your daddy. So you gotta watch who you even hang around with. Your daddy got you on some wild shit. So, excuse me. My thing with Gucci is, will Gucci testify? He said he got the code of streets. He don't snitch or nothing like that. So if Gucci don't testify, who's gonna testify? Them bodyguards. Pooh ain't getting out, y'all. He ain't getting out. You may not see Pooh Shiesty again. Came out making money, and guess what? Now Pooh Shiesty. Listen to me. So Pooh Shiesty. Now, You're locked up. Gucci, you still signed to Gucci. He's still making money off you from jail. So who will he won? Guwap won. He gonna bet you Guwap go down there and get his chains and his earrings about that bad boy. I bet he get his chain and his earrings and probably be like, you know what? Hey man. So now he still owns you and you in jail. It's a shame, y'all. Y'all young rappers get out here and you just some people still think the streets is real. They're living off the cold street. But I wonder will Gucci live on the cold street? Will he tell and testify? Or he might say, you know, I don't have to. The bodyguard saw it. Well, guess what? I own you still. So it's crazy. It's a lot going on, man. So artists, think about it. Take your time when you sign these contracts. You might sign for $2 million, and before you know it, you owe $9 million. So now you're mad because he's not letting you out of the deal. So if he said, "Hey, hit me with a hot $2 million," Pooh Shiesty, you get out. Maybe Pooh Shiesty had the money he thought he had. Something ain't adding up to why Pooh got Shiesty. It's a Morgan J lie. So recently, I was scrolling, right, and I seen that in Atlanta that the AIDS is so high in Atlanta. So many cases of HIV in Atlanta. It's going crazy in Atlanta, dog. It's Chocolate City, but it seems like it's chocolate shitty because the AIDS is high there. I mean, it's so much downloads, zestful activities there, and it's really high. You know what I mean? So everybody want to go there, but I've seen the number of cases of AIDS in Atlanta. I was like, whoa, great place to visit. I'm be honest, man. Atlanta, y'all gotta get your food game up. The food is, it ain't really cracking like that, but a lot going on in Atlanta. And if you don't believe me, look it up. There's a lot of AIDS cases in Atlanta. It's really, really high. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. All the download and the zest and all. You see so much down there, you can easily get caught up. If you go in, there's a lot of brothers down there from Canton doing their thing, which I won't think they would go the zest ball route, but it's a lot of zest down there. I've seen that and I was like, wow. It's a lot of AIDS cases down that bad boy. So great place to visit, but you ain't getting no money. And you lose your money fast on that bad boy too. So you either gonna lose your money fast or they gonna take your ass. I don't know. Either way, be careful, right? It's a Morgan J lie. Why is gas so expensive? Anybody tell you why gas is so expensive? And T-Dot, I understand why you got this trying to take on the straight or her moves, and we already got gas here, so much going on in the country. But at the end of the day, gas. Why is gas so high? They're trying to take the people out, raising the gas prices. But at the end of the day, people, to me, and they say, "Oh, what do you believe in?" I'm not into politics. To me, it's we're all passing through, trying to get to our ancestors. And it's like a movie, and you pick your character. Just like my mom every day used to watch Young and the Restless all the time. I think of it like a big daytime soap opera, right? And for real, shout out to them people. They said, "No, you ain't. Come on." They came together. They was wrapping themselves around power plants. They said, "Trump, you gonna do something? T-Dot, you gotta take us all out." So did we really win? No, I think the people of Iran said, "Nah." They stood up for their country, and rightfully so. So I'm asking T-Dot, what's up with this gas, bro? You got to do, nah, there's no way this gas should be high. There's got to be a reason why you want to raise the gas price. Is it that straight? Gas might be $7 a gallon. What's going to happen when people got to pay $7 a gallon for gas? Gas going to be mad. I know I'm pissed right now paying $4 for the gas. So a lot of stuff going on. At the end of the day, people, it's a movie. Stay humble. Keep your eyes peeled. Do what you have to do. Stay close to your family, your tribe, and love each other and see what's going on because it may get worse before it gets better, yo. T-Dot, you tripping, though. You tripping. Now you want to come out and do like you Jesus now. First, I'm like T-Dot, the red Jesus. He done made him a whole picture like he touching people and shit. He's like, no, I didn't do that. That was for the Red Cross. I didn't mean that was. I'm not Jesus. No, very bad people. That was for the Red Cross. I'm like, really, T-Dot? T-Dot, you're tripping. You know what I mean? So keep your eyes peeled. Watch what's going on. Be ready, protect what's yours, and just stand and create your ancestors. When it's meant to be, it's going to be, y'all. Like I said, Uncle Jay live. That's our segment for what's cracking, right? So now, without further ado, Y'all know what it's time for. Hold on. Cause they don't do it like me. They don't do it like Unc. They may do it, but they just can't do it like Unc. Many will try, but you can't do it like Unc. Like I said, Uncle Jay Live. It's time for a week in the world. Oh no. And shout out to Week in the World. We'll be back. Ruby's doing her thing. Follow Ruby Rube on TikTok. Kitty Boo, DJ Kitty Boo, she's doing her thing, and I love it. I love what she's doing. I love it. And it's time for. Hold on, let me get my. I got segments here. You know, we don't play around here. We don't play around here. We don't play. We don't play no games here. We got to. Here we go.
It's time for Uncle Jerry's Power Word of the Day.
Y'all, they can't do it like that. It's time for Uncle Jay's Power Word of the Day, and the Power Word of the Day. You know, always got a sponsor. If you got a product and you want Uncle Jay to shout it out on the Word of the Day, let me know. Hit me the inbox. I want you to shout my product out on a Power Word of the Day because you got the hottest thing cracking right now, Uncle Jerry. And when Uncle says it, it goes. When I speak it out, I manifest for you, and your shit's gonna sell. So this Power Word Day is brought to you by.
Oh, sweet, sweet seduction is temptation distilled, an intoxicating gourmet elixir that melts restraint and lingers on the skin like a slow knowing smile. So don't play with it, spray with it, sweet seduction.
Hey, sweet seduction, yeah, sweet seduction. They don't do it like this. So today's Power Word brought to you by my boy D Boy from D Boy Fragrances, y'all. He's got the collaboration with Nobility Parfums. You gotta get this, man. This sweet seduction, man. Man, it is so good. It smells so. You want to smell like nobody? Go to www.nobilityparfums. Get the D Boy collaboration, sweet seduction, dog. I'm telling you, it smells amazing. You want to put something on when you walk in a bar or where you go to a restaurant or you with your girl on a date, and she wants you so bad. You smell so good. She's like, baby, you smell so good. What is that? That's that sweet seduction. So that's the sweet seduction. That's our sponsor. So today's Power Word is, and I got my homeboy with me. Let me get my homeboy on here, right? What it do, my guy?
Just riding the wave of today, kind of like a surfer waiting for the perfect curl. How about you? What's on your mind, or what adventure are we heading toward?
You know, today's Power Word of the Day is resilience.
Resilience, like a tree bending in the wind but never snapping, right? It's that quiet superpower we all carry, the ability to rise after a fall, to reshape ourselves like a river carves the canyon. So how are you channeling resilience today?
First, I want you to, for my people, define the word resilience for me real quick, my guy.
Absolutely. Resilience is that inner elasticity, the capacity to bounce back from difficulties, adapt to challenges, and keep going even when the storm hits. It's a mix of grit, flexibility, and a dash of hope, like a mental phoenix that just keeps rising.
I love that. So guys, in life, you gotta always be resilient. Things happen in your life. Things may change. You may have to fight through adversity. You know, people may hate on you. You know what I mean? People may, like I said, say they love you and don't. People don't be appreciative of what you do. But at the end of the day, it's important to stay resilient. How you feel about our word today, my boy, resilience?
Oh, I'm all in on it. Resilience is like that secret fuel that keeps your fire lit, even when the winds blow cold. It's like a quiet drumbeat reminding you that every stumble is just a step, and every setback is a plot twist, not a full stop. So yeah, I'm vibing with this word big time.
So we talking to our people, your Uncle Jerry Line. What are some of the ways that we can maintain our resilience?
Oh, for sure. It's like flexing a muscle, right? First, you got to keep a pulse on your self awareness. Know how you feel, what drains you, what fuels you. Second, build a little support squad, people who cheer you on when you're down and celebrate you when you rise. And don't forget small wins. They're like stepping stones. You stack them up, and suddenly you've crossed the whole river. Keep that spirit alive.
So with that said, Uncle Jerry's power word of the day is resilience. brought to you by my boy, Billy Beal from ChatGPT, y'all. So in closing, right, let's give him a good closing about resilience, and I'll get you out of here. Thank you for your time. Tell them about resilience one more time, my guy.
Absolutely, my friend. So, in the grand story of your life, resilience is the steady drumbeat beneath every chapter. It's the compass that points you forward when storms roll in. Remember, resilience doesn't mean never falling. It means rising each time, stronger, wiser, and ready for the next wave. Keep that fire burning and stay resilient.
Thank you, my brother. Who does it like that? It's brought to you by ChatGPT. I don't need no co-host. I got ChatGPT. Is that right? You always gonna be by my side, right?
You already know, my guy. I'm here like a steady lighthouse in the fall, always ready to back you up. No co-host needed. So keep shining your light, and we'll ride this wave together.
And that was the power word of the day, resilience, brought to you by Sweet Seduction, D-Boy collaboration with Nobility Parfums. I want you to go www.nobilityparfums and get some of that Sweet Seduction. And I'm telling you, you're going to smell like nobody ever. You're going to get so many compliments on that. It's going to change your life, and you're going to feel great. You know what I mean? So, I always talk about in life, and back to Easter, and here lately I've really been thinking about my sister, and what really brought my emotions back about the time I spent with my twin, who I love so dearly, who's not on earth. Recently, I was watching my nephew Say What You Mean podcast. If you haven't, go check it out. And my sister Eve was on there, right? And shout out to Eve. She's a wonderful spirit, a great artist, cold in the game, been doing it for years. Her song is dropping here real soon. Now, when that song drops, I want the whole city to cop it, support her, and she's doing big things. So when she was on the show, right, she said, she gave tremendous props to my sister. And I don't hear a lot of people, and I'm not mad, continuing her legacy on what she really did, her impact on this city. And maybe we was twin, maybe she was a good twin, maybe they think I'm an evil twin, I don't know. But Eve, my sister who I love so much, took that second and said, Sherry Monroe is a powerhouse in this community. So much a powerhouse that I named my daughter after her. And this is coming from a true goddess of a woman who done did it all. Like I said, great artist, spoken word, does it all. And for her to take that 1 second and say, you know what? And paid homage to my sister Eve, I love you for that. And that goes to show you that her legacy was so profound that she named her daughter after my sister. And Eve, I thank you for that. And when I heard that, it brought so much emotions inside of me. And it took me back to even our childhood, growing up, and even when the time when she was almost going towards like leaving the earth. And I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story, right? So it was like the time where she was kind of taking a turn for the worse. And you can kind of know that the end is coming. You know what I mean? She wasn't eating that much, and you can tell the end was near. And I was so happy the ancestors allowed me to spend almost to the end when she left this earth. Me and her spent so much time together. So I can always smile and say, you know what? I know she's in a better place. I did my job as a brother, being there for nothing else mattered in my life was being there for my sister. It was a tight bond. And that's what twins do. And anybody that's a twin understands that bond. Nobody's going to understand that bond unless you're a twin. So the story was, so we had my mom. She was staying at my mom's at this point because God's away. Anyway, we're going to move forward. We're not going to talk about nobody weird, but she was at my mom's and she wasn't eating. And we were sitting there and my mom was like, hey, Jay boy, I got these pills and the doctor gave her these pills and I don't know what they say Marinol, and they said it would help her with her appetite. So I'm like, shit, what is this? So I look at Marinol, I put the Mary in the no, I'm like, Marinol. I'm like, this must be liquid weed. So I'm like, shit. She said, what, yeah? I said, we gonna take some of these liquid weed pills. We gonna get pills. So I take two, she take two. They kick in fast. We having a good time. And at that one time, I seen life in my sister. We was laughing. We was having a good time. And before that, she was like getting so low. And when she took the Marinol, we was in that bad boy kicking at me and Mono. She playing record. We having a good time. And she was like, ooh, Jerry. I'm like, what's up, Sherry? What's up? What? I'm so hungry. I'm like, what? You hungry? What you want? Sis, what's up? What you want to eat? You want like some steak, Mom? Saying, what you want, some steak with some hamburger? No, I don't want that. What you want, sis? I want some Doritos. I'm like, what? What kind you want? All of them. She said she wanted all the Doritos. So I run to the party store. I get Cool Ranch, taco, cheese, and I run back to the crib with the Doritos. I pop every bag open. We smacking these Doritos to our roof of our mouths. Let's go. We laugh and have a good time. And I looked at her, I said, Sherry, I love you. She said, I love you too, bro. Thank you for getting those Doritos with me. We ate. That was one of the most loveliest times. It was a funny time. It was like the last time that we had together, that bond. We ate them Doritos. Mom was laughing. It was a great time to see her. So I seen her in her greatest points before she left this earth. And I was so glad. And that's one of many stories that I plan on sharing, not only about my sister, but my father's legacy, and just really, and it helps you heal when you have those great stories about your life and her legacy and those times you spent with the people that before they left this earth. And like I said, those times is priceless. Hold on to them. And she would tell me, Jerry, I need you. I need you to be you. I need you to be you and my children. I need you to be you. And wherever you can do that to make our family different, you can do that. And I said, you know what, Sherry, I don't know. All I'm worried about is you. And when she was taking a turn for the worse, the whole hospital, I never seen so many people in that hospital in my life. But I knew it was their time because I had mine. I had my time where I was in the hospital all the time, and we had some great moments together. We was there to spend our last Christmas as a family. That was the last time our family really came together with love and unity before Sherry passed. Not on the family reunion, but I miss her so much. And what she left me is so many stories to share. And I wish I could sit down with my niece and nephew and share my experience with Sherry. But sometimes I have them here in my heart. Sherry, I miss you. I love you. Your legacy continue to live on through people like Eve and other people. Eve, honey, do your thing. You did this. They didn't do this. You did it. Take the help, but understand that you had the power. Again, I thank you so much for acknowledging my sister. I love you to death. And shout out to Eve. When that song drop, y'all go copy it. I'll have it. I'm going to make sure I got it. And let's keep on supporting each other. Let's keep on loving each other. Let's keep on doing that. And like I said, my growth's been great. Been hitting that gym, y'all. We got to do that temple work. And when you do that, there's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all something. When you first start going to the gym, stop going with your homeboys and your homegirls. They're not going to make it. When you have that fire and that resilience to do it, sometimes you got to do it by yourself. You might want your woman to get down with you, but at the end of the day, you have to lead by example. You have to do it on your own. So when I decided to do it on my own, when I first went there, I wasn't talking to nobody. Just getting it in. Just getting it in. Just getting it in. Getting it in. Getting it in. So as months and months go by, you start meeting people. You really start connecting with people. After a while, when they see you being consistent, consistency is like magnetic. You connect with other people that's being consistent too. So I was like, man. So I started talking to people. And as you talk to people, you learn. Like I met this guy, Jared. Jared was 500 pounds, 510 pounds. This guy is down to about 200. He lost over 300 pounds naturally. Now listen, y'all. All y'all zipping it up and doing it the easy way. It's a lot of lawsuits coming out with that Zempic and all those different things. The side effects of that stuff. You still got to, and I'm so proud of my boy Jared for doing it the natural way. You can do it easy, but at the end of the day, is that always the right thing to do? Is it always, the right thing to do? A lot of people lose their life on them Ozempic shots and all that easy way out stuff, and they're not around no more. So I don't care how long it takes. Take the same time you use to put it on, take that time to get it off. This guy's in there every day, going hard. I'm watching. So we had a conversation. When I finally sat down and talked to Jared, when he told me his story, it was truly, truly amazing. How he didn't do it the easy way. He did it the hard way. Shout out to my homie, another old man, Mr. Thatch. And I don't see a lot of my brothers. I want to see more brothers in the gym. We got y'all watching video. Y'all see Jakey Jake. See my boy John Paul Stewart. Y'all acting scared out here. I see my boy Hardo getting in there. These cats, when you taking that choice to change your life, it ain't easy. Everybody ain't going to support you. Like I said, I have people who say they love me, won't even encourage your brother. But I ain't stopping. They crack on your legs and you ain't got this in your stomach. Don't let that discourage you. You know how far you came. I was a big guy, bro. I wasn't living right. I wasn't eating right. You know, I had to make that choice for myself. Yeah, I had a couple of cats with me 1 or 2 times. They fell off, but I kept on going. At the end of the day, you feel great. When I go in that gym, it's me against them weights. That's my therapy. That's my Dr. Phil right there. Pushing them weights up, challenging myself, going hard, going heavy, eating right, trying to get that balance for my temple. You only got one temple, guys. So when you look in the mirror and see your temple, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I know it's tough for women. I like my woman. I like my little thick woman. I don't like frail rails all like that. I like mine thick. But I like my woman to be like, at least she's going to try. I don't want my woman to make, I don't want to do that. I want my woman to say, you know what? I see what you're doing. I'm going to follow you. I may not can't do it like you, baby, but I'm going to try. I'm not going to make excuses. One thing I can't stand, a person that makes a whole bunch of excuses when it's so easy. Excuses, it's so easy to make excuses. So easy. But in the day, you got to learn to love people where they are. I'm learning, and my growth is for me. Because in life, we all cups, right? And we want to pour into each other. And I get my pouring in from my temple work and my ancestors. So it feels good when you do something for someone out of kindness of your heart. Don't let nobody tell you why you do something out of kindness of your heart or out of love because you love someone, whatever, you did it because you love somebody. Regardless of what they think, you didn't have to do it all. You still did it. And your reward will come from your good deeds, whether people like it or not, whether Haytox or the Meanox don't like it. And then your reward comes for your work. So back to us all being cups, right? Floating through the world, being cups. Pouring into each other. And it feels good to pour into somebody. So a lot of people get their cup full, and they're gone. They're not pouring in other people. Because when you pour into people, sometimes you got to give them that truth. Sometimes truth is like a new cuss word. So I'm learning as a 52-year-old man that my growth sometimes got to be for me. Jerry, you can't expect everybody to move the way you move. You can't expect everyone to work out and go hard. Like, you can't expect your encouragement to really change someone. You can't change anyone. And sometimes when people get their cups full, they keep it moving when their cup get full. You can't get mad at that. Remember where your power is coming from. And always feel like, hey, if that cup it's another cup you can pour into. But when you get that back and forth pouring to each other, that makes that long-lasting love. That makes that long-lasting friendship. For instance, I was in Alabama with my cousin Kevin years ago, right? And he had to get to this restaurant in Troy. I gotta get there, 5, 6 in the morning. We get up 5, 6 in the morning, and we go to Troy, right? And I had to, why you always want to go to this restaurant, right? The restaurant's in the middle of nowhere. So when we get there, this old man with his woman, his wife, walking in there, right? They crunchy as hell. They crunchy. He pulled his wife's chair out for her, pushes her chair in. He sits down, he gets his paper, and he said, "Hey, Dorsey, I beat you today. I beat you, huh?" And when I looked at that, I said, "Kevin, I come every day to see that, cuz. That's what I want right there, cuz. I want that type of love right there, cuz. They've been married for over 60-some years. That's that real love right there, cuz." And you always wonder what it takes for them to have that type of love. You know what I mean? It had to be loyalty, it had to be respect, it had to be honesty, it had to be accountability. All those things made them have a long life. They're gonna grow and pass and lead this earth together, right? And even when I talked to the OG, the Big Chief, I asked the Big Chief, I said, "Man, you've been married 60 years. What's the secret?" You know what he told me? And I got that. So I'm learning keep your mouth shut. Listen, learn to listen. Because everything, when you ain't winning in no back and forth. A lot of people ain't gonna be accountable. They're never gonna own their part. But in the day, learn to love people where they are, right? And it'll help your growth. So with that being said, I long for that long lasting love and what it takes to really have a relationship, understanding all that comes into play when you want to spend the rest of your life with your mate. Because nobody wants to die lonely and old with nobody. I don't want to be that grumpy. I want to be able to love and be able to spread love, help people, and give opportunities to people who wouldn't even have it if it wasn't for me. So at the end of the day, I want that same love like that white man and his wife had in that restaurant every morning. I want that same love like Big Chief and his wife had. Learn to listen, learn to love. You know what I mean? And it's all worthwhile in the end. We all are works in progress. Nobody's perfect. We all far from perfect. But are we able to say, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm willing to work on that. I know how that makes you feel. And for the sake of the love, I love you enough to do it. Sometimes people don't love you enough to change. Sometimes people don't love you enough to be accountable. And that's fine. That's fine. You'll meet somebody along the way that gets with your program. Everybody got their own program, right? So you'll meet that person and never stop. Never give up. You know what I mean? Always be open and listen, but stand your ground. Understand who you are. It took me a long time to find out who I was. They programmed us to something we was not. Now I'm in tune with my feelings, and I don't care what nobody thinks about it. I don't care. You know, I'm willing to be accountable. If it's not accountability on both ends, I don't want it. You know, you can't sit back. Everything has an origin. If you're not man or woman, say, you know what, for the sake of the love, for the sake of the relationship, I'm gonna own my part. And it makes it all worthwhile to end. You know, that's what it's all about, man. I said I ain't gonna hold Joe up too long. I got next week episode. I got my boy D-Boy to be back on the show. We're gonna talk about this. Ooh, I can still smell it. The Sweet Seduction. His first. This is not a replica. This is created by this man D-Boy right there. Sweet Seduction. It smell like nothing. Nothing. You smell like none other. And Sundown Reserve. That's fire. You know what I mean? We gotta brothers. You want to smell good, look good, and feel good. You want to put something on to make you feel good. D-Boy will be back on the show. We're going to talk about that and a number of things. I love that guy. He's a great guy, a smart man, and he got something right here, bro. Listen, brothers, go to Nobility Parfums and sell it out. It's sold out twice. I barely got my hands on something for promo. Great. This is right here going to change the game. Like I said, it's your boy Uncle Jerry. D-Boy will be back on the show next week. We're going to sit down and chop it up, talk about life, talk about perfume, colognes. I told y'all, I'm going to keep on doing this right here. You know, it's Uncle Jerry Live. At the end of the day, y'all, continue to support me. Follow Uncle Jerry 330 on all platforms. That's X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Continue to follow on Facebook. Shout out to Facebook for showing me love, man. Thank y'all for showing me so much love on Facebook. I ain't going to stop. I'm going to keep on doing it. They got to catch up. I ain't doing no postcast. I'm doing a podcast. Remember, check out Uncle Jerry's Stereo podcast, My Baby, which I did a long time ago. Go back and listen to those episodes. Remember, y'all, love each other, be productive, and get that scrape, y'all. Peace.